Well, it's time to get these leeks out of this trough and get them up to the allotment. I'm sorry about this camera angle. I don't know why I thought this would be a good camera angle to film anything from. A picture of my back all the time. But what I'm going to do, these are the musselburrow leeks, and they were initially planted on the 2nd of January 2023. So they were initially planted in a pot similar to the size of the pot just to the right, where the chilies are grown, and when they were about several inches long, they were then transferred into this trough. I got this trough from B&Q, which is a local hardware store here in the UK, and it was shop soiled. It looked like some cement dust had got all over it, so they were selling it off at half price. So yeah, great, I got it at half price. I wouldn't have paid full price for it. It was a bit too expensive for that, but half price it was a good enough buy. And all I did was I got it home and put the hose on it and washed the cement dust off it, and it was perfectly okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting the fork underneath these leeks and gently shaking the fork and lifting it up until the roots break free from each other. If they don't break free from each other and there's still a lot of compost there, what I can do is I can just use this bucket of water beside me and wash the compost off the roots, and it'll be fine. So let me just quickly show you the size of leeks that we've got here at the minute. They're at the perfect size really for going up to the plot. So here's a sample of two, which are about the thickness of a pencil or a spring onion, and these are just ideal for going up to the allotment. Yeah, much better than last year, which last year they were a bit small when I took them up. So what's going to happen with them is I'm going to take them up to the allotment. Then I've got a bed. It was the bed where we were growing the broad beans, so that's all been cleared. So I've got that bed cleared, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a hole with a bulb planter and put the you just make a hole with a bulb planter or a big dibber, and you just plop the leek into the hole. Then you don't fill the hole up with compost. What you do is you fill the hole up with water, and that washes some of the soil down from the sides onto the roots of the leek. And as the leek grows, the earth around the leek is soft enough for it to swell in size. And also, after a few weeks, these leeks they'll all be standing upright in their holes as they take. It's quite a good way of planting them, as it makes sure that you don't get too much soil in between the leaves of the plant. So I'm just going to tease the rest of these out, and as I said, after this video I'll take them up the allotment. If I have too many, then I'll give the remainders to Delilah. If you didn't know, Delilah, my allotment with Delilah has got her own plot now, so if you want to have a quick look at her plot, just watch the previous video before this one, and I think there's a quick tour of Delilah's plot. But it looks like we've got plenty here that'll do the both of us. So just get these last few out and I'll show you what I've all got. I've just been looking at my potatoes and I've noticed something a bit strange. Come and I'll show you. Right, most of my potatoes are getting grown in pots. And as you can see, they're all doing rather well. They were all planted around the same time. So they need to get moved from here really. I really want them up there, but they're here for the moment. So I ran out of pots, so I used some of these bags. Then I ran out of these bags, so I thought I'd use a compost bag. So what I've got is everything's got potatoes, apart from this one. Now that's odd. That's really odd. That one hasn't. Anyway, I'm sure this one did. I'm going to go back and check some old video. And the only thing I can think of is when I had Pip's mum and dad down here helping, that someone thought that was a weed and they pulled it out. That one there. Well, that's 54 leeks in. I've got about 2 dozen left over. I'll give them to Delilah if she wants them. If not, they'll just go in the compost. 54 leeks. There should be enough there for me and some for Delilah as well. So we've got plenty of leeks to keep us going. I'm going to go home. I'm going to relax for a little bit. Then I'm going to get ready for work tomorrow, get my stuff ready for work tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.